What's going on, everyone? CJ back here with a brand new episode of the Madden 24 St. Louis Sentinels Franchise. That is right. How about our first game ever as the Sentinels? My first game really ever on Madden 24, first full game, a 27-25 nail-biting victory over the Arizona Cardinals last week. That was a doozy of a game. If you did not watch it, I highly encourage you to do so because it was something. There was a roller coaster ride of emotions that took place in that game, but I gotta say, it was extremely fun indeed. This week, in week 2, taking on the Denver Broncos and Russell Wilson. Are we gonna let Russ cook? I do not know. History would tell us that we probably wouldn't. Russ did not have a good season last year, but something tells me under the tutelage of Sean Payton that the Broncos may be in for a sneaky good season this year. I don't know, but I think it all comes down to defending the short pass. If Russell is going to beat us, and although says he has 107.2 passer rating, no turnovers last week either, but I think we have to game plan around defending the short pass. As far as on offense, now we're going to have to deal with a very strong secondary with Patrick Surtain and also Justin Simmons. But aside from that, their linebacking core, their defensive line, not really too good. And I think last week in Arizona, we saw some real flashes of greatness when it comes to the running game. And I think that if we can duplicate that again this week, that'll be the key to success. So we're going to make run inside the game plan here. Now, one thing I want to talk about briefly is the focus players. So since we do have the mini games available now, in my opinion, that gives you extra incentive to kind of swap some of these players around week to week. If you're anything like me, in the past Maddens, you would just pick 3 focus players and leave them in there for the remainder of the season, which is good. But now that you can play the mini games and potentially earn a skill point for some of these players, you could switch it up. So say I wanted to take Jartavius Martin out of here, and let's say I wanted to put our hidden development center Ricky Stromberg in there one week. I could do that. Now, you probably wouldn't want to do that because offensive linemen have no drills available, which doesn't make any sense to me. Even though it says mini game available, they don't have any drills available for some reason, but you could. And I just think if you have a player that playing good, on the verge of getting an upgrade, maybe it would be good to double down and get them a skill point as well as the XP. So with these mini games, you have the ability, and I would highly encourage you to do that, which we will actually switch up one of our mini games here with Jahan Dotson and try to hopefully get him a skill point. He played very good last week, and I think that if he can do that again, there it is. Call for it, Jahan, call for it. Thought we got him in the 200. But if Jahan Dotson can play good, I think he will be a cornerstone of this team. Going to try to get this little 200 or maybe 400. We were so close, but still a catch, so I will certainly take that. The trick is, there we go. That's it. That wasn't in the hot spot, really. Okay, well, it was close. We got bronze. The trick is just to start one way and then hurry up and cut to the left. That's got to be it right there. And there we go in the 400 hot spot. We're just going to go actually for that 400 every time. Just shook the defender out of his jockstrap, and that was not really a good pass by Sam Howell, unfortunately, or maybe I just called for the ball too late. That should be a 400. There we go. Okay, so trying to maybe get silver. I think silver will get us a skill point upgrade. That should be one right there. And there we go. We got silver. Don't think that we're going to get gold here, unfortunately, but that's okay. The trick is also to call for the pass early as well. I'll take silver. I think that will net us a skill point. If not, it will net us a ton of XP, which is good. Got a couple upgrades here after the weekly training, and should mention, if you guys are enjoying this content and you want to see more St. Louis Sentinels videos here in the future, please make sure to like the video and consider subscribing if you are enjoying this series so far. So we got Antonio Gibson, who we saw get some reps last week in Arizona because Brian Robinson Jr. got injured. Luckily, he's coming back. I think that we will continue to go elusive back for Antonio Gibson. That's definitely what he is. And don't be surprised if I work Antonio Gibson into some packages to be in a route, maybe a slot receiver in some of these packages, we know he can do that. He did it in Memphis. Get some good upgrades to juke move and change of direction, which is always nice to see. Emmanuel Forbes and Jartavius Martin, two rookies who look to be pretty solid cornerstones of this defense going forward here. Jartavius Martin, definitely going to go zone for him. That gets him to a scheme fit, and I just want our zone coverage to get better, which +2, I will certainly take that. I feel like our zone defense did not play good last week, even though we did barely get that win. Emmanuel Forbes, of course, the Commanders' #1 draft pick. He's already a scheme fit, and you know what? We're going to go zone with him as well, just to get him to be a little bit more well-rounded. That actually dropped him out of the scheme fit, but it's okay because he does get +3 to his zone coverage. So it's week 2 here. Not going to make any crazy roster moves yet, but I want to see how this core team that we have continues to perform. Was last week a fluke, or does this team led by 2-year man now Sam Howell actually have what it takes? I don't know. Maybe it was a fluke, or maybe we actually got something. But one thing I do need to do is we have to get better at linebacker depth. We're in a 4-3, so our linebackers need to have some good coverage skills, and they need to be able to stop the run. And we need a linebacker anyways, and I don't think that David Mayo is really the guy. 55 zone coverage and only 49 man coverage, so I at least want to make some sort of move to bring in an extra linebacker. Like I said, we need one anyways. We got defensive ends and I think even safeties that are playing linebacker if somebody gets hurt. Maybe we'll just take a quick little peek at the trade block here and see who all is here. I'm looking for somebody that's a good run stopper or somebody who's good in pass coverage, and you gotta figure there has to be somebody who's better than what we have right now. So we got Malik Reed, DJ Wanham, and Quincy Williams. I also like how it tells you now on the trade block screen how many years they have left in their contract. That's pretty good. But Malik Reed, let's look at his player card really quick. I think he's more of like a power rusher type of guy. He's a speed rusher, so not what I'm looking for. He's more of a 3-4 linebacker. We of course play in the 4-3, so he's not really what I'm looking for. DJ Wanham, I think, is kind of the same thing. Yeah, he's a power rusher, so he's not really what I'm looking for either. What about Quincy Williams of the Jets? He's a 71 rated overall, and he is a run stopper archetype, which I like, and he has 67 zone coverage, which is much better than what we have currently, and 59 man coverage. So actually, Quincy Williams would be a good player to have. Not the, the sexiest of trades, not a blockbuster trade by any means, but I think if we can get him, he will be a good player to have. So the Jets need a center, and if you need a center, guess what, New York? I got one for you. We have Ricky Stromberg, the center. So if you want to go ahead and take Nick Gates, since you need a center, he's also a 69 rated, which is just lovely. Will that get it done? A Nick Gates for Quincy Williams trade straight up? I highly doubt it. They have red interest in him. No, it won't get it done at all. But maybe we could give a low-level draft pick. I mean, we have 6 trade slots available now. So they also need linebackers, which we can't give up. We definitely can't give up any other offensive linemen. So what if I give you a 4th round pick? I mean, it's Quincy Williams. Come on. It's not like I'm asking you for a high elite level player. That actually is pretty close. I'll give you the other defensive tackle that we had, because, I mean, let's be honest. We have Deron Payne and we have Jonathan Allen. We don't, unless they get hurt, these other guys aren't really going to make too much of a difference. So Nick Gates, Fedarian Mathis, and a 4th round pick. That should get it done for Quincy Williams. If not, I'm done. Okay, does get it done. I mean, maybe tried too hard to get Quincy Williams, but I think he would actually be a good fit. And like I said, we need linebackers who can play coverage. Right now, we don't really have that, and I think Quincy Williams can do that, not at an elite level, but at a level that is better than what we have currently. Javonte Williams injured. Surely they are not considering that a pre-existing injury. Javonte Williams coming back from the ACL and the LCL injury, but he should be more or less healthy. So I don't know. Maybe he got injured in the preseason or last week. I don't know. Samaje Perine, the new addition, will be getting the reps in his place, I guess. Jonathan Coachman says Smalls has his first win under his belt in St. Louis, but a lot more to go before he earns the fans' trust. So I guess there's still some fans out there that don't trust me. Really, after I got you a win in week 1, okay, I see how it is. I'll tell you what you can trust. You can trust these nuts. I don't know about you guys, but I'm fired up for week 2. If you're fired up for some more Sentinels gameplay, like the video if you'd like to. Consider subscribing because I do drop Madden 24 content weekly. So we are going to be away at Empower Field at Mile High. Not going to be in front of the home crowd like we were last week. So let's try to get this dub, go 2-0 on the season. And without further ado, let's get down to Mile High and get ready for the game. Jahan Dotson set to return this kick deep as we are here in week 2, looking to go up 2-0 in this division here. I would just be extremely happy, boy, if that could happen. I think that would surpass all the expectations that I had set for this season, especially with Sam Howell behind the reins. Hey, Sam Howell played good last week. I'm not going to discredit him. 2 touchdowns, but the big stat that impresses me, 0 interceptions. Now, again, we're playing a very good secondary here, so will that be the case today? I don't know. I think it's going to be tough, but I'll tell you what, if we start off running to Brian Robinson, we cannot throw a pick. It is physically impossible. So we are going to do that and try to ride Brian Robinson for as long as we can. Can we get a good block? We do not. Blocks were not held up there at all. And that was Sam Cosme, who is one of our better offensive linemen. He just got completely owned on the edge there. Behind the sticks now, 2nd and 13. We're coming out gun with 3 wide receivers to our right. So who wants to get open? Is that Logan Thomas? No, that is not Logan Thomas. That is going to be a pick by Josie Jewell. So what did I say? What did I say at the beginning? What did I say literally just 2 minutes ago?
The big stat that impresses me, 0 interceptions.
Bruh. I mean, it looked open initially. Here's what I'm seeing. I mean, if we throw a touch pass right there, I realize he's running an in route, but a touch pass right there, it gets over the head of Josie Jewell. I didn't see him quick enough. You could see when I released the ball, he was right there. So, I mean, definitely wasn't a good read by me, but I guess I was kind of just looking at the top of that route, which was the wrong thing to do. And we turned the ball over to Russell Wilson and the Broncos. Well, so much for Sam's perfect touchdown interception ratio. That was short-lived, but I'll tell you what's not short-lived is Jonathan Allen getting pressure in the backfield. Didn't matter because Russ still got the pass off to Jerry Jeudy, and he picks up 19. So first couple minutes of this game, I don't really like it. I'm trying to do the opposite of everything that you've seen me do for the first couple minutes, and we still can. I'm not mad about that pick. Yes, I am. I'm extremely mad. There's Russ trying to get out of there, and Jonathan Allen with the sack. I think it was Allen. It was Allen or Payne. Anyways, Russ fumbled it. Chase Young, did he pick the... No, okay. Broncos still got the ball. I'm curious who that was because I saw Jonathan Allen in there, and I also saw Daron Payne, but who actually got to him? Was it Chase Young? No, it wasn't Chase Young. It was definitely Jonathan Allen. Chase Young was fired up, though, and I don't blame him. Got the Broncos behind the sticks now, which is always good to see. There is going to be a give to newly acquired running back Samaje Perine because for whatever reason, Javonte Williams is not playing. Cody Barton gets the stop, and I tried to go back and look and see if he had reps in the preseason, but it doesn't let you check the box score for the preseason, which is kind of stupid, but it is what it is. But now we are definitely guessing pass as Russ is coming out empty. Got to get some pressure back there. It's a screen. We cannot let Tim Patrick. Okay, thank you. I was going to say, if we let Tim Patrick pick that up on the screen, something is definitely wrong. We almost got to Russell as well, but that's a win for our defense as we force the Broncos to kick a field goal. when they had it in really good starting field position. Now, we just can't do what we did on the last drive and throw a pick. We got to play smart and see if we can answer. When your young quarterback throws a pick, the best way to get that out of his mind is to come out firing, and that is what we are going to do. And I actually see Terry McLaurin there, but it was good defense, and it was batted away. Sam Howell 0 for 2 with, of course, that one pick. Justin Simmons was in there to ensure that nothing really happened on that play. And I think this one is just it's gonna be tough with this secondary. Secondary is definitely good, and hopefully our offensive line can just hold some blocks. There's Logan Thomas, gonna give it to him quick. There we go. Got a 3-step drop there and sling, and Logan Thomas, who only got 1 reception last week, picks up a big one of 21 there. 2nd and 7, we're coming out empty and really hope that we can get Curtis Samuel or Terry McLaurin open on these slants, and we're not going to get either one of them because Nick Cross and somebody else is going to be there to get a sack on Sam Howell. So a sack and a turnover already in this one, and it's not starting off great. Wonder what play they want us to call. If you look at the coach suggestions, I think it's glaringly obvious, and I'm okay with this play anyways because it is one of my favorites. We just called this a few snaps ago, but it's 3rd and 16. Got to pick this up here. It's key. There's Terry McLaurin. Thank you. Thank you, Terry. You are my BFF forever after that one because if we would have had to punt that back to the Broncos, that would have given them all the momentum in the world. And I'm really, really glad that we didn't have to. Now, I think that we audible this. Because we could have Jahan Dotson or McLaurin in a quick step drop like we just had to Logan Thomas. We'll put Curtis Samuel on a drag just in case and see if anybody wants to get open. Nobody really is, so we'll check it down to Samuel, and that was almost picked off as well. So we really got to be careful. Did Nick Cross just punch somebody? Okay, Madden going ham with the post-game celebrations. I love it. I think Curtis Samuel just punched somebody, or he got punched. Somebody threw a punch out there. It's 2nd and 10 here. We are on the 48, so just past midfield. Let's see if we can keep this pretty good drive going. Oh, there's Curtis Samuel. I keep getting Curtis Samuel and Jahan Dotson confused. My bad. That 1 and that 4 looks pretty similar when you're playing in gameplay, but regardless of who it was a good catch, a good reception, and now we are even closer getting this ball into the red zone. Coach wants us to run, I would say. I think we're not. How about that? How about that, CJ Smalls? I think we're not. I think we're going to try to hit McLaurin on this play action rollout and call it a day and punch it into the end zone. Can we do it? I think we can. There's Terry. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Good answer by the Sentinels, and Terry McLaurin with his first touchdown pass on the season. He is getting fired up. John Bates trying to mirror his dance moves, but doing a much worse job. Terry McLaurin is such a huge part of this offense. He had over 100 yards last week, no touchdowns, but picks up a big one there. And pending the Joey Sly extra point, we are going to go up 7-3. And that is a big bounce back after throwing that initial drive INT. And don't look now, we got the Broncos in a 3rd down, 3rd and 7. So we're guessing pass, and we're shading underneath. That's what's about to happen here. Let's let our defense come up big, and that's going to be a sack. Chase Young, 1.5. Okay, I guess they did give Chase credit for half a sack earlier. Chase Young has 1.5 sacks, and he is going to be such a big piece to the St. Louis Sentinels puzzle. Russ just tucked it and tried to run. And if you watch the end of last episode, I got the sliders pretty much on default. There's a couple things that have a few minor tweaks. I'm talking like 2 or 3. But for the most part, everything is on default. And Russell Wilson just kind of panicked back there and made a bad decision. Now we're going to get the ball back. So chance to really, really put the momentum in our favor, and Jahan Dotson's not doing us any favors by running the opposite way. We'll come out single back here. Going to be play fake, looking for Jahan Dotson or Terry McLaurin, but it's going to be a sack because nobody wanted to pick up Josie Jewell. I saw him shoot through that A-gap, and I literally just kept moving backwards because if I would have pressed a button, it probably would have been a sack strip fumble, and I just decided to bend over and take it in the tailpipe. 3rd and 23. You don't have too many things dialed up in the good old playbook for this. That's for sure. I do see Jahan Dotson. And why can't that be a touch pass? I swear I tapped X, man. I say that every episode. I know you guys are probably sick of hearing me say that, but it's hard to throw a touch pass. Like, I know I want to throw a touch pass. I know I want to throw it over the shoulder type of pass. And I just feel like no matter how softly you tap that button, we just got our ankles broke, by the way. No matter how softly you tap that button, it's always a bullet pass. Could be the last play before the end of the first here. Let's make it a good one. Russ going to change the play at the line of scrimmage. So we're actually, I don't know why I dropped back. Jonathan Allen in coverage in the middle of the field is so open there. Russ going to take advantage of it and slide. Can't forget that he can do that elusibility, if that's even a real word. And now Russ kind of chirping at one of our defenders there. So -1 rushing yards. Clap it up for the backfield. That's going to have to change. If that doesn't change, I think that we lose. We have to, and I made the focus of this game run inside, so there's really no excuses. I don't know why Robinson really can't get it going, but he can't. And now the Broncos are very close to getting in the red zone here. Would love to get some more sacks on Russ. That's going to be a Tim Patrick reception and a pickup of 4. Defense, I think, is playing good. You wouldn't be able to tell it from this drive, but I think they are playing good. 2nd and 6, Russ in the single back. Got to get, oh, there's a pick. There's a pick. Kendall Fuller swatting it down. I'm not mad at that. Now it's 3rd and 6, though. So could be a run, could be a pass. Those are definitely the 2 options in football. So it is going to be one of those. I can promise you that. It's going to be a play fake, actually. And Russ did not put Samaje Perine in a good position. Didn't lead him really the right way. And again, our defense is forcing a field goal. So bend but don't break, damage control, whatever you want to call it. If our offense can just wake up, the Broncos offense, and that was almost a roughing. I would have been extremely sad if that would have happened. But if our offense can just wake up, Broncos really aren't doing anything. I am bound and determined to get this running game going. So we're going to come out of the eye here, and there's a nice hole. There's the Brian Robinson that we all know and love. That's the Brian Robinson that we saw last week. He was doing that with regularity. Before he got injured, he was well on his way to, I think, 100-yard game, or at least close. He exited in about, the 3rd quarter, I want to say? Late 2nd, I can't remember. And we'll give him another chance here. It's 1st and 10 on the 34. Going to give him a chance on this dive. And again, that time there was no blockers. Charles Leno tried to lead us, but it wasn't really a good effort. And Alex Singleton gets the tackle. About 8 minutes to go till halftime. We're going to come out shotgun here and look to hit McLaurin probably, or maybe Samuel on this little play fake if one of those gents wants to get open, and there is a sack there. Just no blocking. I mean, Denver already has 3 sacks in this one. Chris Wormley gets to us in the backfield, and yeah, this one's tough. And the coach suggestions, again, they really want me to call this play, and I'm gonna do it. Last time we called this play, it was a 1st down. Now this one's gonna be a little bit more tough, as they are in cover 2 out there. So I'm looking for McLaurin again. Why? Now that time I didn't want to touch pass it. I wanted a bullet pass, but somehow, some way, McLaurin comes down with it, and that play had disaster written all over it. That time, the one time I want to bullet pass it, it's a touch pass. But how does McLaurin come down with this? Pass is not good at all. Matter of fact, it is hot garbage. But McLaurin just in the right place at the right time. When you got a safety net like Terry, I guess you can afford to do things like that. Now's the time, I think, where we go play action. We're coming out of the eye, gonna go play action. Let's see who wants to get open. Might have tunnel vision on Scary, but it doesn't matter because Terry McLaurin is gonna be a problem. He is a problem. 4 receptions for 73 yards here, and he's just basically catching everything that is thrown at his way. And guess what? Now we got him in single coverage. This is a great time I think, to take a shot, maybe just high point that puppy up to McLaurin, let him make a play, and if our offensive line can't block, that is not going to happen. I may need to look at the free agent pools or maybe possibly orchestrating a trade because our offensive line is terrible. I mean, I mentioned it in the first episode. It's easily the weakest part of this team. Now it's 2nd and 10 here. Going to stay in single back and hopefully try to make something good happen. There's Logan Thomas, with his second catch of the game. I think I had John Bates as well. Pick your poison type of situation. Could have went to Logan Thomas or to John Bates. I chose Thomas. That might have actually been the more difficult catch. I think John Bates had some room to run there. Ball is on the 7-yard line. I would like some of this clock to tick down a little bit more, but right now I just want to score. So whatever that means, there's Robinson juking his way through traffic. Almost got to the end zone, made it all the way down to the 2. I want to go wide stick to McLaurin, but I'm a little scared because Justin Simmons is there. So if Justin Simmons drops back in coverage, I may just take the sack. He's not gonna, though. He's gonna leave Terry McLaurin open, and Terry with his second catch of the afternoon. I'm telling you, Terry McLaurin is a problem. Watch this man, guard this man, keep your eyes on this man, because right now he is shredding you. Alex Singleton is not going to be able to keep up with him, so you might want to do a formation sub or something like that. And we're about to go up 14-6. Come out zone, but I'm going to audible to man here. I think that's good. Going to guess pass and also shade underneath. Russell's got 3 wide receivers to the left, but he decides to go right to Courtland Sutton. Courtland Sutton's first catch of the game. Courtland Sutton, very good veteran wide receiver. He's been here in Denver now for a while, and Broncos putting together probably, I would say, their best drive, one of them, if not the best so far. And that time a receiver is wide open. That was actually Marvin Mims, the rookie. Russell is moving the offense pretty well. Sean Payton electing to not go with his timeouts, at least not yet. So we'll see. Almost thought that was going to be a run. No, it's Courtland Sutton getting very close to the end zone. Got to figure that, and Montez Sweat tried to help him up, and Courtland Sutton, he wants to throw hands. He wants to catch this wreck with Montez Sweat. I don't think you actually want to do that, Courtland. I think Montez Sweat would probably knock your block off. That's just me. I came out, sent in the house, not what I want to do at all. Maybe I should have kept it that way. And Tyler Batty, of all people, is gonna punch it into the end zone. We'll see if the Broncos go for 2 here. They might. They're not. And, well, probably because they get the ball back after halftime. And they're looking to double dip. I don't think we're really going to get anything done with 15 seconds. Probably not even going to try. That will do it for the first half. We are up by 1, so never upset to go into the locker room up on the scoreboard. 14-13, and really, I actually feel good about it because I did not play good in that first quarter. I started to put it together in the second, but the first quarter was a struggle. And the fact that I'm not playing my best, it's a new game, and we're still up on the scoreboard, and the sliders are pretty much at default, I feel pretty good about that. So I think that I am going to switch a couple things as far as our focus. I don't want to do run it inside. We are going to go actually throw it deep. And Russell and the gang, let's see if we want to switch. He was kind of carving us up in the medium pass. So we'll switch to defend the medium pass here. I mentioned Broncos get the ball first to start the half here, so do not want to let them double dip. That would not be finger licking good, at least not for me. I'm sure that Sean Payton's going to do everything in his power to make that happen, and we'll see if our defense can just step up and stop that. See what Russ and the boys have up their sleeve here. Would love to get an interception or maybe a sack or something like that. Just a big momentum shifter. And no, how about we just leave Jerry Jeudy uncovered in the middle of the field? Yeah, that sounds like a good plan to me. I mean, I'm all down for that if that's what you guys want to do. Hey, I swear I set my game plan to defend the medium pass That looked like a medium pass to me, and I didn't see too much defense there at all. Let's audible into some pressure. Got to get some pressure going. We'll pinch the line as well. This could be a P-Ryan give, which it will be, and Cody Barton and Kendall Fuller are there to meet him and drive him backwards for only a gain of 2. We'll audible into pressure again. Why not? I feel like that is what we need to do. Probably going to be a run here as Russ motions a man. It is. It's a P-Ryan gain again. That time he is able to pick up 3, but now we got the Broncos in a 3rd and down. Third and down? No, not a 3rd and down. A 3rd and 5. Dime blitz time. Dime blitz. We're going to guess pass, though, because it's obviously going to be a pass, but dime blitz all the way. That is what I think is going to work, if anything is, and it's not, because it's going to be another Tim Patrick reception. Jamin Davis was there to get him, but the Broncos are now moving. I'm not going away from sending pressure, though. We're going to pinch the line. I need Jonathan Allen or Chase Young to really... Oh, it's going to be an end around. No, nobody's guarding him. What is going on right now? That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy. That's the last thing that I expected Sean Payton to call. It worked. Oh, it definitely worked. Tim Patrick got that on the little end around there, and good blocking there on the outside. Greg Dulcich held his block, the tight end, pretty good. And just like that, the Broncos do complete the double dip, and they're going to actually go for 2 to make it a potentially 7-point lead, which would really put the pressure on us. We'll see if Russ can do it. Russ ain't going to do it, but Tyler Batty is. And now it is a 7-point lead in the favor of Denver. Now my screen is shaking. Away team has less stamina. That's fun. And away team is more vulnerable to fake snaps. I don't know. I'm not going to go away from Brian Robinson quite yet. He is the recipe to success, but he just really can't get anything going at all, only averaging 3.4 yards per carry. Maybe we look to give it to Antonio Gibson on some of these plays, because Robinson really is not getting it done. It's 2nd and 9 here. I don't like the fact that my screen is shaking. We're coming out slants. See who wants to get open. I think Curtis Samuel is there. And Samuel and McLaurin kind of got tied up on their routes. I feel like they may have kind of ran into one another on that one. So it's 3rd and 9, guys. And I am not liking this at all. Not feeling confident about this. I need Brian Robinson to block, and hopefully somebody can just get open here. We'll see if anybody wants to. And Dotson's there. Can he catch it? Nope, he cannot. It's going to be a Justin Simmons pick. We had pressure coming for Sam Howell's pass to be inaccurate. And what did I say earlier? It's going to be the secondary is a problem. Sam Howell looked good last week. Not looking too great in this one. Yeah, not having fun in this one at all. Russ, middle of the field, open, of course. It's always open. Why would it not be open? That's the backup tight end there, Chris Mahertz, catching that, the 8-year pro in the NFL here. And yeah, it's I don't know. They're coming out in their goal line package. They're gonna score. Everybody knows that. Everybody in the stadium, everybody watching at home, we all know that they're going to score unless something crazy happens. And Russ, we just can't get to him. He dives over the outstretched arms there of Cam Curl. And now the Broncos go up to score. Hey, if you watched last episode and you saw me throw 0 picks, don't let that fool you and make you think that I'm good at this game, because I'm not. That was a fluke. You're going to see me throw tons of picks in this series. It's bound to happen. But you know what? I'm coming out firing still. I'm not slowing down. We might be able to get Terry McLaurin, who's been the one bright spot of this game, on a little play action rollout. Does he want to get open? He kind of is, but an inaccurate pass by Sam Howell. Sam Howell only at 50% completion on the afternoon. Got to get some traction. Got to get some positive yards here. Let's see if we can do something. Jahan Dotson's so open. Jahan Dotson does convert it, which is really good. Might have actually had Curtis Samuel there as well. And let's try Antonio Gibson. We haven't really called upon him too much. Brian Robinson's not getting it done. Let's send McLaurin over to the right side of the field just to kind of fool him a little bit, little strategery, if you will. Actually, they're in man coverage. I kind of want to audible it. I'm not gonna, though. Antonio, I need you to pick this up. There's a nice solid run of 6. Could be 4 down territory. Not gonna lie to you. We're gonna streak Terry McLaurin. This could be 4 down territory. Somebody please just get open. It's Curtis Samuel. Thank you. Yards after the catch as well. Patrick Surtain trying to catch him to no avail. And that was a nice chain mover by Curtis Samuel. His second reception on the afternoon. And we really needed that. That was much needed indeed. We're going to go back to Robinson here out of the single back. Maybe we could pick this up. Let's send John Bates out just to try to kind of fool the defense a little bit. We'll also slide our coverage to the left. Brian, buddy, I need you to just do something positive. Please, can I get a good block? Well, I kind of did. Robinson, okay. I mean, he made something out of nothing. Alex Singleton got us, but we were still able to pick up 5. Gonna go back to him here. 5 yards to go. I think that we're pretty much in 4 down territory for a while. Robinson with a nice run. So he is now at 45 yards. Not great, but definitely having a better second half than he did in the first half. So that's good to see. We're going to come out single back. Ball's on the 31. Might have McLaurin in single coverage. I don't know. We shall see. We're actually going to roll out with Sam Howell. Thomas is wide open. Logan Thomas is wide open. Shed the plane. Breaking the plane like he's Greg Jennings, putting the team on his back. Thank you. We are not out of it. And that is just, he's doing the running man. Okay. I see. I'm hip. He's doing the running man. Not doing a great job at it. But Logan Thomas, his first touchdown on the season. And at least we keep this thing competitive. Maybe I'm not guessing pass enough. Is that what's going on here? I don't know. Something is not right. And oh God, that was just, there was so much going on there. Jerry Jeudy, end result, comes down with it, but Russ threw it into a crowd. I may have to, no, never mind. I'm not going to do it. I was going to say I may have to usurp a corner, but that's a terrible decision. Not going to do that at all. Russ coming out single back, going to send a blitz his way, and that's a nice break up there. Okay, I will take it from Cam Curl. Not the INT I was looking for, but I will certainly take a pass breakup. Let's bring our 3-4 package out here. Don't always call this. Russ is coming out single back. He's going to be a play fake. And why is nobody guarding Cortland Sutton? Somebody tell me. Riddle me that. Because I don't know. I'm really trying to find the answer. Why is nobody guarding Cortland Sutton? NFL wide receiver should not be that open. There's really not an excuse for it. Not a valid one anyways. Anyways, it's ball's on the 16. Russ has it. Lots of momentum here, and Tim Patrick with his second touchdown of the game. Russ is cooking. He is definitely cooking. He's found a recipe that he likes, that he's good at, and we do not have an answer on defense. Need Antonio Gibson to block here. It's 2nd and 10. Going to be looking for probably some drags. I can't see my buttons. There's Logan Thomas. Yeah, I can't see my buttons, so that makes it really hard. It's 3rd and 2. We're going to let this thing tick down. Actually, no. Let's try to get this same play to Gibson. Same play to Antonio Gibson. I am confident you could pick this up. Going to be the last play before the 3rd quarter. Just please don't let me down, Antonio. And you let me down. Okay, so probably going to have to go for this. We're not really playing great. 188 passing yards, 64 rushing yards, and ball's on the 40. CJ Smalls wants us to punt, but this CJ Smalls right here says no. I mean, there's not a world. If we give it back to the Broncos now, with the way they've played in the second half, there's no world that we don't score. So let's just pick up this 4th and 2. Please, John Bates, the backup tight end, you are the hero of St. Louis right now as you keep this drive alive and well. That was clutch. That was clutch indeed. Clock is not our friend, but we still can play conservative. Don't have to totally abandon the run game yet. It's 1st and 10. We're going to come out of the shotgun. Who wants to get open? I think it's Terry. It is Terry. Terry catching everything that's thrown his way. That one only for a gain of 4, though, so not really what we're looking for. Gotta think about picking up some chunk plays here, because remember, even if we score, we need our defense to make a stop. They haven't been able to do that yet. I think it's Logan Thomas on the curl. That was a nice read. They say 3rd and inches. If Brian Robinson cannot pick up 3rd and inches, then someone tell me the meaning of life. I mean, should I even be playing this game? I don't know. One would think he can. We're going to throw a double team block on the nose tackle as well. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. We only got 5 seconds. I want to audible to Samuel, but there's not enough time. But that's fine. I don't care. If I would have, oh my God, if I would have had time to audible, there's only 5 seconds on the clock. If I would have had time to audible into a pass and hit Curtis Samuel on this vert, I mean, look at that. He was gone. I could have done a quick 3-step drop and hit him there. 2nd and 10 now. Got to find a way to get this to the end zone. We're coming out in the shotgun. Somebody wants to get open. There's Curtis Samuel, and that is just such a bad pass by Sam Howell. We see our first injury to Sam Howell. Or, no, not to Sam Howell, to Andrew Wiley.
Come on, man.
And we got to go to this PA cross. This PA cross to Curtis Samuel might be my favorite play here, but it's all going to come down to, can we get some blocking, or will we get a sack? We're not going to get sacked. It is Curtis Samuel. Look at my man's in them. Oh, man, got tackled at the 1. That play is good. If you're watching this and you're new to Madden, look at, I'm in the Seahawks playbook, by the way. I'll tell you later why I'm using that. I know I'm not the Seahawks. There's a reason why I'm using that playbook. I'll tell you a different time. But PA crosser out of the single back. That's a good play. I'll show you. It's right here. PA cross out of single back, bunch X, nasty. That play is nasty indeed. And please tell me, Brian, you got to pick this up, buddy. I know you can do it. You were born for this. You were trained for this your whole life. And you did. Okay. Brian Robinson, thank you. So again, we're keeping, this game is still competitive. Only a touchdown game. Andrew Wiley not going to come back. That's not good because we don't have too much depth on the offensive line. 35-28. And if our defense can just play defense, which is what they get paid to do, we can get the ball back. Game is far from over. If we can't stop Russell Wilson, man, I mean, it must be the Sean Payton tutelage, because he was not. Tell me a game last year where the Broncos put up 35. Was that even a thing? I don't think it was a thing. And I don't know what that was. It was a bad pass by Russ, but it was still caught by Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy apparently, got to check his gloves, man. He might have some sticky substances on there because he's catching everything that is thrown his way. But now it's 2nd and 8, and we need to get him off the field. That is prime mission. Oh, well, pitch pass to Samaje Perine. That was just a little flick, if you will, out of the backfield. And we do got them in a 3rd down. The question is, do we send pressure? I'll tell you what we do. We're going to come out in zone, but we're going to audible it into pressure because I'm trying to trick the Madden AI, which that is a thing. It is going to be a run. You got, oh, definitely going to be a run. Definitely going to be a run. Come on, Jamin Davis. Oh, we had a chance, and we do. We do. Jamin Davis didn't get to him, but Derek Forrest did, and that is just the stop that this defense needed. Sam Howell, 2nd-year man, haven't been in the league too long. Probably the biggest moment of his life. So let's give it to Brian Robinson and make him feel the pressure, shall we? They're pinching the line there at the A gap, but I bet you it's a bluff. Brian, you get some good blockers. You could be out, my brother. I'll take a gain of 6. We test McLaurin on single coverage. That's the question. I bet you if we streak Logan Thomas, maybe we can lead Justin Simmons over to that part of the field. We are going to give Terry a shot. High pointing it up. Terry, you got to outrun him, and the pass was just overthrown. Now it's a 3rd down. 3rd and 4. Quite possibly the biggest play of the game. So let's just see if we can take care of business and pick this up. Shall we? Who wants to get open? Tell me. Riddle me that. Is it Jahan Dotson? It was Jahan Dotson, but we had to throw out of the sack because Zach Allen, the former Boston College standout, was there to get us. And I mean, we got to punt. we have to punt. We have to, as much as I don't want to. I think that in the next episode, I may look to acquire semi-competent offensive linemen, maybe via trade, or I'll check out the free agencies, because it is tough for Sam Howell. Now, game is still not over. That was very unfortunate. Did not want to go 3 and out there. That much is for sure. Gonna need the defense to have another stop here, because they gave us a chance and we blew it, and Samaje Perine picking up 8 is not a recipe for success. I'm sure it's going to be all Perine and or Tyler Batty on this drive. I don't see any world where Russell Wilson throws it. Well, I guess it's this world, and I guess it's Jerry Jeudy. I don't know. Russell only with 4 incompletions, and Jerry Jeudy is carving us up, having a great day at the office. I can't believe the cojones of Sean Payton to play action in that situation. Good call. Well played. And now Russ is coming out in the shotgun, so this probably will be a pass. We haven't gotten too much pressure on Russ, save for that 1 sack, or we got 2 sacks technically. Chase Allen has 1.5, but Broncos already in field goal range. We're going to guess run up the middle. If they burn us, they burn us. I mean, I'll keep one of these guys, Kendall Fuller, up here just in case, but it's got to be a run, right? It has to be. There's no way he passes this. I don't believe that he would do that. It is going to be a run. So we guessed run up the middle, and it doesn't matter. And we got to call a timeout now. I mean, we did force the Broncos to a field goal, but there's 24 seconds left. 23, 22, 21. I mean, what do we really do in this situation? There's not anything that we can do. It's impossible. Game is over. I don't care, Sam. I believe in you. You're going to hit one of these routes, at least to improve the stats.
They ask you how you are. You just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Stats or something like that. And you just got picked off by PS2. And that's fitting. That's about how this game should end. Whatever. It is what it is. All things considered, though, I don't think we played that bad. I think that we started out bad, got better, took the lead. Smalls through his clipboard. Also, that's a very strange body shape. That's I know you guys can only see from here up. That's not my body type. I will tell you that much. Anyways, poorly designed graphics aside, I thought we played well. We kind of sputtered out there multiple parts of the game. Ultimately, it is a 10-point defeat, 10-point victory by the Broncos. Russell played great. I mean, 84% completion percentage, 1 touchdown. Sam Howell, 3 and 3. So the 3 touchdowns, great. Should be 3 and 2, let's be honest, but I got greedy at the end there. Brian Robinson did end up putting it together slightly, 4 yards per carry. Feel like he definitely salvaged that. Broncos never got the run game going, and Antonio Gibson, 3 for 19 for 6.3. You got to love to see that. Terry McLaurin continues to impress. 6 receptions, 79 yards, 2 touchdowns. Aside from him, though, I mean, actually, Logan Thomas randomly with 83 yards. I will take that. Okay. Nobody else really got it going. Curtis Samuel, 3 receptions for 88 yards. That's good. But it was a tough day at the office today. Picks for PS2, Justin Simmons, and Josie Jewell. No picks for us, which is very unfortunate. Forced fumble, though, by Chase Young. And Chase Young with 1.5 sack. They also gave 1 to Jonathan Allen as well. So I guess the honeymoon phase is officially over after I was riding pretty high after that week 1 victory. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm like, dang, Sam Howell might just be the future. I think the Broncos brought us back to reality really quick. Sam Howell does get an upgrade, though, so that's pretty nice. I will certainly take that strong arm all the way. I need you to get better on those deep passes. Doesn't even make his overall go up, so little unfortunate there. Yeah, so how about that quarterback that's supposed to be projected to go week 1 or a number 1 overall pick? I think we look at him next week as we take on the Bills and the Eagles. Stock up on that Vaseline. Make sure you got your Tylenol and your Advil handy, because we're going to need them. It's going to be, I think by week 5, we'll probably be 1 and 3. I mean, let's be honest. We'll probably be 1 and 3. But anyways, guys, tough loss, but I still had fun. Hope you guys did as well. That is going to do it for me tonight. As always, I will catch you on the next one. Until then, peace.